It is being called the Great Resignation. The U.S. Labor Department says a record 4.3 million Americans quit jobs in August. That's the highest number ever recorded. Many say the pandemic forced them to look at what is not working in their lives. And that rethinking means you might need help figuring out how your skills translate into other career paths and how to rework your resume. Well, Teddy Burris from Burris Consulting is a LinkedIn trainer and a career coach, and he's been providing career coaching through dozens of volunteer support groups since 2009. And so today he is answering your questions. This is how you get your questions to our expert. You can text those questions 336-379-5775. All right, Teddy, first and foremost, I think people think, all right, I know I'm going to make this switch and I wish I had some help, but I don't really even know where to begin. There are tons of places to help.
Absolutely. And unfortunately, there's no billboard out there that tells everybody where these places are. So Tanya, let me start in Greensboro and just focus on Greensboro, and then we'll talk about Winston-Salem. In Greensboro, North Carolina, and around Greensboro, there's 4 different groups that I absolutely love because they provide great value to people who are in job search. The first group is called the Triad Career Network. It's a small group. They meet at First Presbyterian Church every Thursday at 9 a.m. and they focus on mock interviews and job search processes and resume guidance. A really good group of people who are there to help. The second group is a little niche because it doesn't serve Teddy. It's the Women's Resource Center, and they're also in Greensboro on Summit Avenue. And they have all kinds of programming for women, predominantly for women. They can help women learn how to do job search and, again, resumes and interviews and all those kinds of things that can help women in their career search. The third group is a state-funded group. It's called NC Works Career Center. They have offices scattered across North Carolina, but in Greensboro, they have an office on West Meadowview Road. And I'll share all this contact and links with you later on. But NC Works is a career center group. Again, they have job listings, they have job search and resources and resumes, et cetera, et cetera. The fourth group in Greensboro that's a great group to help people is Goodwill Industries of Central North Carolina. We all know them as the place where you can take your used clothing and buy clothing. But they also provide training and support and job readiness resources. These are groups that are focused to Greensboro.
Okay, and so, a lot of folks, when they are starting to look for a job, they kind of go, oh, my resume is probably fine, right? Or I think my stuff will translate, and they'll just see that I have the same kinds of skills. But you really think you need to do a retooling instead of just using what you had before?
Well, the moment you say, I think, that's not enough for you to truly believe it's going to help you. And that's when I suggest that folks reach out to people who can help. So you're past, I think, and you feel good and you built the right resume, cover letter, LinkedIn profile, et cetera, et cetera.
All right, those are great points. All right, let's take a look at Winston-Salem and see what is available in that neck of the woods.
So in Winston-Salem, there's also 4 groups that I know about. And by the way, these are only the ones I know about, but these are really good people. There's a group called Goodwill Industries of Northwest North Carolina, which is different than our Greensboro buddies, but they serve in the same way. But Goodwill Industries of Northwest North Carolina has 2 different departments. The first is called the Professional Center. And they serve people who are management, middle management, level employees, and they go at it a slightly different way. But they do provide interviewing strategies, salary negotiation ideas, social media, and image consulting. And then the career centers of Goodwill Industries of North Carolina function similar to the Greensboro group, and they have a wide range of training and placement and workforce development services and readiness skills, again, focused on helping people achieve the goal of finding that next job. The other 2 groups that are separate from Goodwill there's a group called Professionals in Transition. Most of us around the Triad call it PIT. They do interview prep, resume support, emotional support, and job search. They're still virtual right now, but they are planning to go in person soon. And the fourth group is associated with NC Works. It's called NC Works Forsyth County. They provide lots of job resources and lots of other support for people who are in job transition.
All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to be taking some text questions so that you can ask your questions to this career coach. For, you know, this is where you start it. Maybe you haven't been to any of those places that he mentioned, but you can go, and this is maybe your good first foot in the door of what you need to know about your next job search and your resume and such. All right, so Teddy, we're going to be talking about online resources coming up next. We're also going to be talking about, hey, how do you do that Zoom interview and look confident and sound confident? There's always tricks to everything. We're going to talk about that coming up next.